Hello friends, today we are going to learn tenses. When I checked your assignments, I noticed that most of the students can't find the tense in a sentence, and that's why their answers of passive voice are wrong. So I decided to teach you the tenses first. Okay? Then tenses are very important. See what the tenses do. Tenses denote the time of action. Means when that action has taken place, that is shown by the tenses. Action can be divided into three parts: present, past and future. Now you have to tell me which part of speech is related to the time. Yes, verb is related, verb is concerned to the time, and so the part of speech concerned with the tense is verb. The verb may refer to present tense, past tense or future tense. Present tense, past tense or future tense. Now see, present tense means what is there? In present tense, the verb refers to the present time. Verb refers to the present times. And when a verb refers to the present time, at that time it is said that it is in the present tense. It is in the present tense. Here I have taken an example. See, our first example is there, we eat. Eat is the present tense verb, right? Eat is the present tense verb. So what is there? Here eat verb refers to the present tense. Second sentence is there, they write. Write, it's also in the present tense, correct? And so these both sentences are in the present tense. Why? Because the verb eat and write, these both refers to the present time, and so it just said that which tense is there? Present tense is there. Now the next is there. What is that? That is the past tense. What is there? Past tense is there. In past tense, verb refers to the past time. Verb refers to the past time. See, a verb that refers to the past time is said to be in the past tense. Here example is taken. Same example is taken there. But what is done? Here the difference of the verb is there. In our first sentence, in present tense, what was there? We eat was there. It was in the present tense. But here you can notice in our sentence, what is there? We ate. Ate is in the past tense. Means this verb refers to the past time. Similarly, second example, see, they wrote. What was our sentence in the present tense? It was they write. And what is here? They wrote. Wrote is given in the past tense. So, in these both sentences, which tense is there? In these both sentences, past tense is there. Right? Means a verb it may refer to the present tense, it may refer to the past tense. Now the third is there. And what is that? It's a future tense. Right? In future tense, a verb refers to the future time. Verb refers to the future time. See, it's written here. A verb that refers to the future time is said to be in the future tense. Our first example is there. We will eat. We will eat. And the second example is there. They will write. See, will eat. Will eat shows the future time. And will write shows the future time. So, in these both sentences, which tense is there? Future tense is there. Okay, means what you have to remember? In present tense, verb refers to the present time. In past tense, verb refers to the past time. And in future tense, verb refers to the future time. Okay, now after this, see, we will move towards this chart. This chart is very important. See, in this chart, I have shown 4 aspects of tense. Here, what is here? Tense are given, tenses are given, present, past and future. And here what's there? Aspects are given, simple, progressive or continuous. Third is there, it's a perfect. And fourth one is there, it's a perfect continuous. We will move towards the present tense. Present tense, see, this is a time and this is an aspect. Simple is an aspect and present is a time. So, what is the first one? Simple present tense. Second one is present continuous tense. Third, present perfect tense. And fourth one, present perfect continuous tense. बच्चों, these are the 4 subkinds of present tense. Now, past tense. Same, we will take the aspects and we will take the tense. So, first one is the simple past tense. Second, past continuous tense. Third, past perfect tense. And fourth one, past perfect continuous tense. Third tense is there, it's a future tense. First aspect is simple. So, simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. The chart is very important. Learn the chart. So what will happen? You can easily remember the subtypes of each tense. Present tense, past tense and future tense. Now we will move towards the first tense. What is that? That is the simple present tense. What is it? Simple present tense. What happens in the simple present tense? Which action is expressed in the simple present tense? See, this tense is used to express a habitual action. Habitual action? See, I have taken some example sentences and there I have mentioned where the habitual action is shown, where the universal truth is there, timetable is there and how the quotations are given. So, this tense is used to express habitual action, universal truth, a timetable, to introduce quotations. Here I have written the structure, sentence structure of simple present tense. See, while learning change the voice of simple present tense, I have given you the active voice structure and the passive voice structure. Dear students, that active voice structure only we have to learn here. Structure is mentioned. See, how is the structure? First, subject is there. Second, present tense of verb. Subject plus present tense of verb. In bracket, what's the written? S or es. Means some verbs are added only with s and some, what is there? They are having es. And last is their object. See, object may be also there. Otherwise, remaining part of the sentence also you can see there. Here I have written a rule and that rule is written in the bracket. It's a very important, and this rule we have to follow only for the simple present tense. Only for simple present tense we have to follow this rule. What is said in that rule? s or es is added to the verb only with third person pronouns and nouns. What I said? We can add s or es. Not can. We have to add s or es only in simple present tense to present tense verb. But with subject only with the third person singular or the nouns. See, on the next slide I have mentioned the subjects also. Here subjects are written. I and we both are the first person. These are the personal pronouns. I and we. I, we, first persons. Means what is there? They are the speaker. Second is there you and you. First you is a singular, second you is the plural. Means while talking with you, I'll say that you are my student. And when I address to my many students, at that time I will say that you are my students. Here in singular, you are my student, and while addressing to many students, more than one, I will say that you are my students. So these both you are second person pronouns. Second person pronouns means spoken to, जिसके साथ हम बात करते हैं. First person pronouns are speaker. Second person means what is there? Spoken to. And third, he, she, it and they. These are the third person pronouns. Means spoken about. हम लोग उनके बारे में बात करते हैं. He, she and it. These are the third person singular pronouns. He, she, it. And as I told you, s or es is added to the present tense verb only with he, she and it. Not with they. Remember, you have to add only with he, she, it. Okay? What? S or es to the present tense verb. And only in simple present tense. This is very important. So, see, I have taken here example sentences. First sentence is there, I go for a walk every day. I go for a walk every day. See, I is the subject. Go is a given in the present tense. For a walk every day, this is the remaining part of the sentence. But what is shown here? Habit is shown there. Your routine is shown there. Your everyday action is shown here. Second sentence is there. The sun rises in the east. The sun is the subject. Rises, s is added. Right? S is added in the east. What is shown? Universal truth is shown there. Third, timetable is shown. The train arrives at 4 p.m. The train is a subject. This noun stands for it. It arrives. Right? And so what is used? S is added to the present tense verb. Here timetable is shown there. And fourth one, Keats says a thing of beauty is a joy forever. John Keats, he says a thing of beauty is joy forever. This is a quotation. See, it's a given in inverted commas. And so it's a quotation. And see, quotations, for quotations also which tense is used? Simple present tense is used. For timetable also which tense is used? Simple present tense is used. Okay, these are the uses. But see, we have not only seen here uses, but we try to understand the structure of the simple present tense also. You can notice in the first sentence with I, go is used, means the present tense verb is used. And with the sun, the train, kids, what is there? S is added to the present tense verbs. Understood? Now see what I have done. I have given a chart here. This chart will help you to understand. See, first is there, I prepare a chart. I is a subject. Prepare is a V1, is the present tense verb. A chart, it's an object. We is a plural pronoun. We prepare a chart. You prepare a chart. You prepare a chart. This first one is a, what is that? It's the second person. This one is a singular and this one is a plural. Third person is taken. He prepares a chart. He prepares a chart. S is added because it's a third person singular pronoun. She prepares a chart. Third person singular. She is there. And here it barks. It is used for the non-living things, birds, animals. Right? So it barks. S is added to the bark. It barks loudly. Loudly. What is this? This is the adverb of manner. And next is there, they prepare a chart. This is a third person plural pronoun. So there is no need to add S or ES. So we have written they prepare a chart. I think that you must have understood, because here we have taken 8 examples in a single chart, right? And so what is important? Learning the structure of the sentence is very important. Subject, present tense of verb, S or ES, but this S or ES is added only with third person singular pronouns, and then remaining part of the sentence is there. I think that you must have understood simple present tense. Now we will move towards present continuous tense. Okay, see, this tense is used to express an action in progress at the time of speaking. Here I will ask you, what are you doing? You people are watching my lecture. Right now you are watching this video. The action of watching is going on. It's in progress. Correct? And so it is in progress. The action is in progress. So which tense is there? Present continuous tense is there. So see, the structure of the present continuous tense is also written. Subject, am, is, are. These are called the auxiliary verbs, otherwise helping verbs. So subject plus am, is, are plus present tense of verb with ing. In continuous tense, we add ing to the present tense verb. Means, for example, I am reading, I am writing, right? We are watching, we are playing. Are you getting me? Means what is there? This ing verb means what? Means the action in progress. Okay? So learn this structure also. See, if you learn these structures, you can easily identify the tense in the sentence. And if you easily identify it, then you can write down the passive voice also. Correct? Now the next chart is there, and that's the chart of the present continuous tense. See, here in this chart what I have written. First example is written there. What is this? I am learning tables. I am learning tables. I is the subject. Am is the auxiliary verb. Learn with the ing means the learning, and the tables is the object. Second is there. first person plural is we are learning tables. Same, subject plus are plus V1 plus ing plus object. You are learning tables. Second person singular. And you are learning table, second person plural. Third person, he is learning tables. She is learning tables. And it's a flying. It is flying. They are learning tables. Here in these all sentences, you can notice that what is there? Subject plus am, is, are plus present tense verb with ing plus remaining part of the sentence, otherwise the object. Understood? Now the third tense is there. What is that? That is the present perfect tense. Which tense is there? Present perfect tense. Present perfect tense expresses recently completed action. It expresses recently completed action. Means just we are watching is over. अभी अभी आप लोगों ने ख़त्म किया है, right now. फिर आप लोग क्या बोलेंगे? What will you say? You will say that I have watched a lecture. I have watched a video. I is the subject, have is the auxiliary verb, and what is it? Watched means the past participle of verb. That only structure is written here. What is the first? Subject plus have oblique has. Means has is used with third person singular, means with he, she and it. And after that, what is there? Past participle of verb, means the V3 is there. And plus what? Right, you understood it now. Okay, now I have taken the examples. See this chart. 8 examples are given here. Correct? So, I have written a letter. I have written a letter. I is the subject. Have is used as an auxiliary verb. Written is the past participle of the verb. A letter is the object. See, have is used with I, with we, you and they. And with the remaining subjects, what is used? Has is used there. What is used? Has is used there. So, we have written a letter. You have written a letter. You have written a letter. You can take your plural also. You have written letters. Third, he has written a letter. She has written a letter. And here it has. What mistake is there? We can't say that it has written a letter. Here we have to change. Right? Then right here it has barked. It has jumped. Okay? I will write here. It has jumped. Okay? And then they have written a letter. Understood? Now what is done? Here all examples of present perfect tense is also taken. Now the last tense is there, and what is that? That is a present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. See, in this tense, what is there? This tense shows an action which began at some time in the past. It began at some time in the past and still going on in present. It started in past, but still it's going on. It's a continuous. Correct? Suppose you started to read a book, maybe a novel. You started to read it yesterday, right? But still your reading is not over. Still you are reading it. At that time, what will you say? You will say that I have been reading a novel. I have been reading a novel. What is left here? B-E-E-N, and then plus. What sign I have to write here? That is the plus. I have been reading a novel. Correct? Means the action of reading started in the past, but still it is going on. Still it is going on. So, I have been reading a novel. Correct? So, subject is there, have has is there, then plus been, plus present tense of verb with ing plus object. Means what is there? We have been playing, I have been reading, they have been working. Correct? And so in this way you can make a lot of sentences by using this structure. Now moving towards the sentences. Our first sentence is there. I have been reading a book. I is the subject. Have has auxiliary verb. Been is used. Reading a book. Bachcho, this been is here also and it is in the passive voice of present perfect tense also. So don't get confused. Why? See, after this been, B1 ing is there. And there in passive voice, what is there? Past participle of verb is there. Second sentence is there. We have been reading a book. We is the subject. Have has auxiliary verb plus been plus ing verb and plus object. You have been reading a book. Next one. You have been reading a book. Third person singular. He has been reading a book. She has been reading a book. And here also we have to make a change. What is there? We can't say here it has been reading a book. Right? Why? Because it is used for non-living things, birds, animals. Right? And so we have to change our verb here. Instead of reading, we have to use another verb. We can tell it has been B-A-R-K-I-N-G. It has been barking. Okay? And one sentence, last sentence I have not written here. Because I know that you people know the last sentence. Can you tell me what is that sentence? Yes, right. What is that? They have been reading a book. Absolutely correct. They have been reading a book. Okay? In this way, what we have done? We have completed all types of present tense. But see, you have to note down the constructions, means the structures in your notebook, because it will be very helpful to you. Okay? Write down these all structures in your notebook and learn them. Are you getting me? Learn them. So what will happen? Your learning will be easier. Okay? In our next lecture, we are going to learn past tense and future tense. Understood all of you? Thank you.